seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Are you ready to launch? I know I am. Welcome everybody out there. It's Brian Pulido, proud publisher of Coffin Comics. And today, in less than 30 minutes, we're going to be launching Mike Morgue Evilution. I am stoked. My monster dude is coming at you. So I'm going to let you know how this is going to go for the next half hour in this intimate launch. Wherever you are in the world, have a seat, stand up, do what, get whatever you want to drink, soda, soft drinks, water, doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome. We are going to go around and talk a little bit about Mike Morgue, the origin, the influences. I am very pleased to say that we have a wonderful guest, a friend of ours, for a friend of mine, for over 3 decades. Does that sound accurate? 3 decades. Who's done a wonderful cover for this. We're going to talk and ruminate. Let's give you a little Q&A. Then we're going to launch this puppy, Mike Morgue. I hope you are ready. A couple of disclaimers. Mike McLean is not here. It's because he's under the weather. Jay Photos originally was going to be here. He's got to teach a class. Sometimes you just got to do it. So you're stuck with yours truly and the wonderful Albert Morales. Now, before I get too far into this, I'm going to just check to see who's watching. All right, there we go. There's Christine and Chad from Canada. What's up, my friends? How are you? World travelers. I see you guys like getting in your miles every week. Andre, welcome all the way from you know where. James from Kansas, fantastic. And Mike Madigan from the great state of Michigan in that wild city, the murder capital, Detroit. Yeah. I think it's been upset by others, but I don't know. And then Collector P says sworn. I say sworn back at you. So drink whatever you have to drink. Over here, believe it or not, it's Thursday night, and that means it's Coffin Friday. Coffin Comics actually works 4 10-hour days, so it is Coffin Friday, baby! I'm also over here with the one and only Moonshine Mel is here to support with customer service. Horns up, she's ready to go. What is up? Over here in the background, we'll show you in a minute, we have Nick G. He's on the scene as always. There he is. Hiding for reasons unknown, but dressed completely in black.
No, I'm not. No, do not put me on camera.
Come here. Come here. Brandy Sparkles.
Can you do something?
What?
So I don't see my color.
Head to toe.
I'm hideous. Don't.
Wearing black head to toe and a devil lock shirt. Good work, Brandy Sparkles. First time for everything. All right. It happens. Dreams come true, folks. If you know anything about Brandy Sparkles, you know that she's always wearing color and being colorful and being sparkly. This was a rare opportunity, right?
Just for Mike Morgue.
Okay, just for Mike Morgue. But you're wearing a devil lock shirt for Mike Morgue, which I like.
Well, you're welcome.
Mike Morgue is an idea that I came up with years ago. I love the supernatural energy of my former series, Evil Ernie. I love the ultra-violence, the great abandon and utter, I guess, F-you in the face of all conformity that was Evil Ernie. But I also liked the comedy and the heart that you could find in that story as well. And I looked around into the comics marketplace, and I just didn't see it. So I decided to bring it all back. And strangely, it began with this little guy, this 99-cent toy that I found at some Halloween place, and he became the basis of the character Ratso. Now, something like Mike Morgue is not really made in a vacuum, so it's a series of influences. So one of the influences is the aforementioned Evil Ernie. Now, Evil Ernie was clearly a bad guy, but Mike Morgue is actually a victim of circumstances who actually becomes empowered. I think Mike Morgue has a lot more in common with some of the 70s Marvel characters like Werewolf by Night, Ghost Rider. You know, these anti-heroes are caught in a bad situation and overcome. But I'm influenced by some other stuff too. So here's a great old famous Monsters of Filmland do-it-yourself monster makeup handbook. And inside is how you can make your own self up. But if you're going to take a picture, if this little series is anything, this is like someone like a young Brian Pulido And this was what was going on inside my head as a child. The public saw that, that's what was going on, and that's what I was thinking about, monsters all the time. And a lot of monster comics, I would say, have been an influence. So that includes the wonderful Mad Monster Party, Jack Kirby's The Demon, definitely influenced Mike Morgue in the energy. Albert, did you ever read Kirby's The Demon?
Yes, I did actually.
So I mean, you read this thing, but it's so infused with action and energy, although ostensibly it's a horror story. So clearly that informed the energy that you get in Mike Morgue. I'm a big 70s monster guy. So in the 70s, Marvel did a bunch of reprints of its late 50s, early 60s books and repackaged them. And I was just a fan. I was there. And then the wonderful 70s again, all these great supernatural characters like Satana, Son of Satan, Werewolf, and of course, the wonderful Tomb of Dracula. And again, more of those crazy sci-fi, crazy adventures. Those are the kinds of things that were going on in my mind. But then also add to it the music of heavy metal, particularly thrash metal. We're talking Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, particularly in their formative stages, the first couple of records of each. That energy of songs like Trapped Under Ice seemed to be the lifeblood, literally the blood coursing through my veins. So part of that is the bit of the recipe that was going on in my mind. I'm going to check over here. Let's see here. Andre says, The Demon is my fan favorite. He is, oh, and then Heath says, I have some of the weirdo model kits. They're awesome. I agree. I love the weirdos. In my personal study, I have some Rat Fink because I'm a big Rat Fink guy. Remember Rat Fink? And let's see here. I'm still sad Lady Death can't use her powers in Immortal Deception's preview. It's true. Well, sometimes, people at the top get knocked down, and that's what's going on with Lady Death. The big question you got to ask yourself is, can Lady Death, without her powers and without her sword, can she overcome? I think it's her character that might make her win the day, but you're going to have to read the story to find out. Substitute Angel says, metal for life. You are absolutely right, my friend. Can we order Mike Morgue now? How? Where? Great question. So you can order Mike Morgue at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, which is just in a couple minutes, at coffinlaunch.com, everybody. Go to coffinlaunch.com, set up an account. It's super duper easy. Enter your email address, and that will begin the process. You will get all signed up in about 2 minutes or less. Lady Death can't catch a break. Samantha, if you read the first page of Lady Death #1 that was published back in February of 1994, one of the captions said, to know her story is to know a woman cursed. And I must tell you that it has informed many, many of my actions. Let's see here. Peter says, the best thing about Coffin Comics is paying homage to what came before, but doing it better. I agree with that sentiment. Fantastic. So let me give you a quick walk through some of the items that we're offering. This is going to be the 2-minute and 30-second version. Feast your eyes on the 24 by 36 poster. The super cool Action-y edition by David Harrigan, the Cryptic edition by Kevin West, the Tribute edition by Stephen Butler, the Heads Will Roll by Diego Bernard. Check out the super cool Bros edition by my guest who will be coming on board quite soon, Albert Morales. Here is Raymond Gay from the Spawn office doing the Ghoulish edition, the Trouble edition by Giancarlo Bernal, the Gore-tastic edition by Canada's own comic book artist, pro wrestler Andy Bellinger, the super cool Insanity edition by Venom artist Geraldo Sandoval. Mike Crone provides the Splatter edition. James Groman provides the Monstrous edition, and Jay Photos is providing the Ratso edition, which complements last year's edition he did of Mike Morgue. But that's not all, folks. Man does not live by comics alone, so we also have posters and prints by, let's see here, something I need to know?
You're good.
Okay, so very distracting. This is our official commemorative print. This is 11 by 17 by Geraldo, 11 by 17 by James Groman. The official metal print by Mike Diodato Jr., the Glow in the Dark series of editions, the 18 by 24 print by James Groman, and the Mike Morgue t-shirt, which I'm going to get. Now, you may or may not know this, but for the first 24 hours of this campaign, all backers are going to receive a free challenge coin. And I'm going to show you what that challenge coin looks like. There it is, the challenge coin with art by Geraldo Sandoval and by James Groman. All right, everybody, so let's see here. Lamar to Digital version coming out next week. That's a question. Anybody have an answer to that? When's that coming out? Lamar to Digital? Okay,
I think it already was. It's up.
yeah, it's up and out, and if you haven't gotten it, contact us at inquiries@coffincomics.com. One thing I'm having trouble doing is knowing where I am in time. That always really helps me out a lot. So stand by. All right. I gotta hold the mic lower because it's blossoming out. All right, everybody. Yeah, the coin is badass. I like it too. Let me, some people, yesterday I wrote a note out to everybody. And let's see here. I wrote a note and I'm going to read what some of you guys and gals out there have communicated. I wanted to hear from you. So, hey, Brian, I'm psyched for the campaign. Love this character. I love all the Coffin comics, but Mike Morgue is my favorite. Doug, you just became my favorite. Definitely backing on day one, like always. The coin is awesome. Thank you, Doug B. Robbie M says, I really enjoyed the story in the first book and I'm interested to see where the next chapter leads. As far as variants for this campaign, I'm planning on buying Mike Chrome's Splatter Edition in addition to the premiere. I like Mike's contributions to the Coffin projects. I like them too. So happy to say that we've signed Mike for yet another year of fabulous covers. We've agreed on all the imagery that we're going to do together. This is going to be a blast. Phil Yu says, can't wait to see what madness unfolds with Mike Ratzo's bros out to get him. Probably a huge battle, I assume. What's Autumn been doing? I'm sure it's going to be a wild, gortastic adventure. The covers are dope as always, and the swag is sure to be as exciting. Keep them coming. And that is from Phil Yu. Phil, thank you so much. We'll read one more, and we're going to get to the next part. Hello, Brian. I'm looking forward to just to support Coffin Comics. Lady Death is one of my favorites, and that is by James G. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. While we're together here, and before I introduce Albert and get into a little Q&A session, would you guys like to see some pages? And if I can get 3 hell yeahs in the comments, I am going to show you some original art pages from this chapter. And I'm going to say hello to Maximo. I could never find Evil Ernie in the comic book store, so that's a bummer. And then Samantha says, Lady at the Monocron looks awesome, and it does. Okay, I got 2 hell yeahs. I need one more. Okay, boom. All right, so check this out. Let me get this beer away from here. So here's some pages from the upcoming story. Art is by Jose Luis. He is the current artist on Daredevil. And there is the same page colored by Elmer Santos. When Mike has his power, his hands become semi-see-through. Here is some more of the colored pages. This is a fun page with a lot of cool gore. You'll notice now Mike is starting to learn how to control his ability instead of being victimized by it. So he actually energizes this shovel. It's actually going to go on to become one of his signature moves as he always walks around with a shovel, because after all, he is a grave digger. He is pulling the spine out of that guy. Check this one out. He's banging these 2 guys' heads together, and there are the eyeballs. Here's a cool double page spread. This features one of the enemies of Mike Morgue. Her name is Priscilla. She has the ability to vomit out her intestines and control them. It's pretty demented, right? The kid hasn't lost his touch, still demented. All right, so let's check out a couple of these pages. Now we've seen some pages. Well, I'm going to show you a couple more pages. Here's some neat pages. This is page 30 of chapter 2. Looks like Mike Morgue is back in Dr. Rigsdale's mad scientist enclave, and he's knocking out the lights. And then there's a cut to all the various characters and where they're at, and it looks like Mike finally has had it, and he means business. See, do we have something else? These are some of the character sketches in development for this story. This is Autumn Carlisle, Mike's love interest. She is a soul-sucking ghost girl that only Mike can see and hear. This is Priscilla. You just saw her on those pages vomiting up her intestines. She is a lethal assassin in this story. This is actually our bad guy, Dr. Rigsdale, and this is his love, Rose. And Rose is slowly dying, and that is the motivation for Dr. Rigsdale to experiment on Mike and his friends, such that perhaps he could get control over death and find a way to restore Rose to life. And there he is, Mike Morgana, as a kid. That's what he looks like when he isn't all powered up, when his kill fists have not yet devoured some human energy. And then there he is, Riley, believe it or not. That is the kid who becomes Ratso. There he is. He's not so upset about being Ratso. And then here's a couple of Mike's, the other pals, who then become these monsters, who become Mike's enemy. In fact, check it out. Here they are in color. Oh, yeah. Now, this is Grandpapa in the story, and he has his own little crazy experiments he's up to, and he's able to control these guys and send them after Mike Morgue like an attack dog. They want to get Mike Morgue back because he is the one who has the energy that could be the key to restoring Rose. So that's a little of that stuff. But what I wanted to do at this time is I'm going to check the little comments right now. So he's essentially another version of Evil Ernie. Scott, I would say, no, he is not. Evil Ernie was an undead teenage psychotic who controlled the dead, and he was evil. And Mike Morgue is actually a teenager who has soul-sucking energy, kill fists that he is a victim of until he learns how to control them. So I'd say they're different. Let's see here. Ratso is awesome. Thank you, Kristen. And Collector P, soul-sucking ghost girl. I know her. We all know a few, don't we? And anyway, Andrew Wilson says, hello, fiends. Hello from Ohio. Thanks for checking in, Andrew. Always appreciate your presence and your wonderful presence online at In Sworn Culture. I love it. All right. So without further ado, I want to introduce the young man who rendered this wonderful cover called Bros, my longtime friend, Albert Morales. Come on in, Albert.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing? What's up?
How's it going, guys? How you guys doing?
Good. Albert and I go way, way back, man. How the heck did we meet, and when did we meet?
Geez, 3 decades already. So that's kind of come and flown by. We've gotten a little bit grayer and longer in the tooth. Internship. There was an internship at Chaos Comics that was available, and I had a teacher when I was going to college that really wanted to try and push us that way. We befriended Adam Goldfine.
Mm-hmm.
He brought us in. We talked to a lot of the editors. That I think you guys went to at least 2 editors while I was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, meeting everybody, talking with everybody was really friendly, from the warehouse to the front office. Everybody was great, and we just kind of you actually gave me the opportunity to do a purgatory pinup in one of the books. It's very hard to find. It's hard to find in the wild. Just like somebody else commented, Evil Ernie books are hard to find in the wild. This book is generally hard to find.
So your pinup appeared in what issue of Purgatory? Do you know? Do you recall?
I really don't.
Okay, well, folks, that's something for you guys and gals out there to kind of search through all the various, whether it's vampires, myth, or the hunted, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Monthly series, all kinds.
I believe it was a 4 to 5 issue series.
There are a couple of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you guys out there know. Let's see here.
Yeah, make it a what's that?
Thing to do.
The hunt.
Yeah, the hunt.
Yeah. Hunt it out, guys.
Hunt it out. Matt from Calhoun says, hello from the Pacific Northwest. So stoked to back another Mike Morgue.
How's it going, man?
Thanks. And Matt said the first chapter was fantastic. So Matt's also my best friend today. Thank you, Matt.
Yes.
Really appreciate that. So, Albert, you rendered this particular version,
The Bros cover.
Bros, and let's talk about it a little bit. Let's show the people, and what do you have to say about it?
So this is the second cover that I've done. The first I did the Crazed edition.
Yes.
The first time around. Now this is my encore with Coffin Comics to do the Bros cover. This was a lot of fun. Like, getting the call to do a second cover was just an honor itself, but really kind of putting a stamp on the character. It's one thing to do a pinup or to do a drawing of a character one time, but to revisit it, you get to actually flesh it out a little bit more, make it your own, and really kind of tear into it as much as you can, or as much as you want, within editorial, of course. But yeah, no, this was a lot of fun to work on. And one of the things that I really get a kick out of is all the skulls that are on here.
Yeah, why don't you show the people? It's true, man. There's just like oodles and oodles of skulls in this one.
Yeah. So
I like
really
it.
wanted to show off the kill fists there. Love those.
Yeah.
And Ratso's come on, you gotta love that. Like the first thing I did when I walked in this back office here is I went over to the Ratso over there. I was like, oh, I gotta take a picture of that really quick.
That is Ratso. There he is.
Yeah.
I got him for at like a 99-cent store or something.
Jesus, man. Yeah, you find great stuff here in Arizona. So yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, I think you really, I think editorially, really, I gave you a lot of flexibility to come up with whatever the heck it is you wanted to. And I think this one has a sense of humor, but it's a nice, strong, iconic composition.
Yeah, definitely. I think it really kind of represents the rock and roll aspect of not only the book and the character itself, but the rock and roll attitude of Coffin Comics is really what I was chasing, and what I'm chasing a lot of times when I'm doing any work with you is I really want to stuff it in somebody's face and really have some fun with it, but also be very cartoonish in my figure, just to get as much expression as I can out. Well,
I'd seen some of your riffs on other covers, and that was the energy, that was the attractor. It was like, oh man, we got to get together on a cover because it felt Mike Morgue-ish.
Awesome. Yeah, no, definitely. I remember that moment. We were at Old Man Con in Phoenix, Arizona.
So we have here in Phoenix, Arizona, we have a con. It's really called, I think, the Scottsdale Comic Arts something, but all of us call it the Old Man Comic Con.
Affectionately.
Oh, it's because the mean average of the comic collector out here is like old.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely for serious buyers, but we were there, and I had just finished doing a I Hate Fairyland for Scotty Young.
Yeah.
And you'd come by, checked out the cover, and you were all about it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
The crowd was all about it, so that was great. Sold a lot of copies that day, but probably the most important thing is that it led me back home to Coffin, so that was great.
That's right, man. Full circle moment. Mike Morgue brings people together.
There you go.
So we're going to take a moment and we're going to check in, and let's see. Outcast says Lady Death didn't need the Death God's permission to temporarily regain her powers. I think she did. I think Lady Death's going through some trials and tribulations. Savage Reign kicked that off, and Immortal Deception. Where do you guys see what's going to go on next year? And what's going on? Like, what, she got plucked out of her continuity and she's just like tumbling from realm to realm. What's going on, everybody?
I mean, imagine how badass she's going to come back with.
Yeah.
All that fire and energy she's going to come back with, and just
her spirit is undaunted.
Whose backside is she going to rip just coming back from all this stuff? You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. And let's see here. Heath says, I have been going back and collecting the early Chaos stuff recently. It has been cool seeing your Facebook post of all the old stuff. Yeah, it's fun. What I literally been doing is going back and just making sure, or cataloging my Chaos Comics collection, trying to make sure that I have 2 of each, or what do I have? Because you forget. I haven't gone back and looked at that.
Yep.
So tomorrow, I've organized them. Spent all last weekend, the nights this week, and then tomorrow I have to write it all down. So that's going to be probably take more than a day. But
well, I mean, to add to that, if you guys have not made it to the Sworn Fest in here, you guys need to make the homage here. You guys need to come down for this festival and see the actual museum.
Sure.
It's detailing everything from Coffin, pre-Coffin,
sure,
to Coffin to now. It's amazing. It's amazing to see everything there.
It's so cool to have it all laid out.
Toys, sketches,
everything,
patches, anything and anything under the sun.
And our big thanks to you, each and every one of you out there, because you made it possible. Without you, we would never have been able to do something as audacious as have Coffin Comics, the outlaw comic publisher, have its own museum.
Yeah.
And really, it's all you guys and gals. So let's see here. Samantha says she recently read some Chaotica. Fantastic. Peter says, hopefully Crucibella makes a return as Lady Death's tormentor. Boy, Lady Death certainly has a lot of tormentors. I like that you liked Crucibella. I liked her too. It looks like she met an untimely end, but you know how comics are, right?
Everybody always, you can never say never.
Never say never. Let's see here. I thought the Death Gods didn't agree to that.
Nick Smith.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Nick Smith says, let's go Albert Morales. Hell yeah. And then, so look, Outcast and others who are longtime readers, some clues are these Death Gods. We're just showing little tiny glimpses of them. We introduced the first Death God, which was Slogoth in Zack the Zombie Exterminator. He came back in a Lady Death series, and now it appears as if we met other family members. I'm here to let you know that we're going to meet more, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be universe changing when the time comes. So there's that. Let's see here. Len says we're great. Your fans are grateful for your hard work and passion that you put into your work and your entire enterprise. Thank you. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Now, while we're here, I got a great announcement. I think Albert Morales has agreed to provide some beautiful remarks that are going to be tipped in randomly into this campaign. Check out the quality of that incredible remark.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing this stuff last time around.
Yeah.
For, the Crazed edition of Mike Morgue book 1. Why not do it for book 2?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a decent amount of room on your cover to do that too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to give you guys as much as possible. And just obviously, after seeing those original pages, I really want to give you guys some blood and guts in this stuff. So there's definitely room to do that on this cover.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, so Albert definitely is known out here in Phoenix for doing some truly remarkable remarks.
Oh, thanks.
And we are so happy that he's going to be tipping some in randomly. And we'll talk about those as we get a little bit more into the campaign. Now, if I understand, so we have about 5 minutes. I have no sense of time right now because we usually have a countdown clock, but I've just been told it's about 5 minutes.
Yep.
Holy mackerel. That's really crazy.
Yeah, 5
4.5
minutes.
if you want to get technical.
4.5.
What can you do in 4.5?
We can do a whole lot of stuff. So I believe that Jordan, well, first thing I want to do, we're going to have Jordan Arbus get ready. He's going to ask a question or two, but I also wanted to mention a couple of other things that people had to say. Because I sent out that email yesterday and I want to thank you all for answering it. So Peter C says, thank you, brother. I'll definitely be there for another live stream. Couldn't wait for the big day tomorrow, so I bought Necromorphosis from the coffin shop so I could be introduced to Mike Morgue a little sooner.
Nice.
As an Evil Ernie fan, I know not to expect the same character, but hoping for a similar vibe. Perfect. That's exactly what we're talking about. But I definitely want my first metal comic to be a metal as F character. So I have a few claims in mind for tomorrow. Thank you, Peter C. Now, David C says, just wanted you to know how grateful I am to you and other sworn and followers for introducing me to Mike Morgue. Looking forward to purchasing it. Everything looks great. Thank you. And then Nate S says, Archfiend, I cannot wait to read the next chapter to see what happens to Mike and Ratso. Those glow-in-the-dark metallics are fire. So I want to say something. I want to make a declaration right here, right now. And this is what I'm going to say. Mike Morgue, Chapter 2, for those of you who read it, I guarantee that you're probably going to shed a tear at a certain point of the story. I'm here to let you know. And I also hear, I'm going to guarantee this, Albert, that there are people out there that are going to read Mike Morgue Chapter 2, and it will indeed be your favorite comic book you have ever read. I know that sounds cocky.
It's bold.
It's bold, but that's what I'm saying.
But that's what we do, right?
That's what we do.
Comics does.
That's right.
Balls and bold.
That's right. Absolutely. All right, so Travis Shortbull, my man, is in the house. Mike McLean. Let's say hello to Mike McLean out
Mike,
there.
what's up, brother?
Mike's a little under the weather. He couldn't join us. Outcast says, okay, I guess I'll have to wait for a clear explanation in the future. It's wonderfully vague and evocative by design. All right, so I think someone perhaps could read that. Maybe Brandy Sparkles can read a question that Jordan Arbus for us. So I'm going to go over here. Hang on a second.
Just any one of them?
Sure.
Okay. Mike transforms into kill fists, but how does that power really flow? From the training glimpses we've seen, will he struggle to control it or will it consume him?
That is the question in the story. So obviously, Mike receives this power, but in the first chapter, he cannot control it. And candidly, I don't think he can control it for the first half of the second chapter.
Well, that plays that whole 70s, victim kind of thing. You get turned into this monster. You're not going to automatically know how to do any of this stuff.
Right.
So you're fueled by your emotions, I would imagine.
Yes. Yeah. But there comes a point with this character where Ratso, who's pretty much the brains of the operation, says, well, maybe instead of running away from everything, maybe we got to nut up.
Yeah. Lean into it.
And take control. And so together they start conspiring on how do you actually control this power? We have 1 minute.
Almost.
Okay. So we have about 1 minute, and that was the question.
Yeah,
So
1 minute till showtime.
1 minute till showtime. We encourage each and every one of you who are watching on the stream. Thank you so much to go to coffinlaunch.com. Get your claims in. What's that? Nick says now it's a minute, so it's official atomic time through Nicodemus, through Nick Napalm. So yeah, give us we'll do the 15, the 14, the whole thing. You have another question? Maybe we could answer it quickly. Here I go.
Sure. All right. So this is going to be for Albert. When you first heard about Mike Morgue, what hooked you enough to say yes?
Brian Pulido. Brian Pulido and Coffin Comics. That's all I needed to hear is Mike Morgue, Coffin Comics. I knew from our history together what he's really shooting for when it comes to characters. He's got a lot invested in all of them, and a lot of himself in all of them. So I really wanted to take advantage of that and really take it to the extreme and really bring off all the kill fists.
I love it.
Less than a minute.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we are launched. We are launched on coffinlaunch.com. I don't know if we could pull it up or not. Is someone else doing it? I'm doing this. I'm holding this. We're talking.
Double duty.
Oh, double duty. All right, here we got Brandy Sparkles rocking it. All right, we're going to pull up the campaign, but go over to coffinlaunch.com where the Mike Morgue campaign is now live. We have Moonshine Mel on the wheels of steel over there, making sure everything's under control. We have Jordan Arbus pulling stuff up. We have Jordan Kale in Arizona, in Nevada, and he is getting things ready. Our target is 666 backers, and we're just getting started, everybody. Our backers start populating. They're not instantaneous, but we're going to get there. So for now, for fun, why don't we press the button and play that video, and we'll keep talking. I don't know if it's possible to get us back in the corner, maybe, of the coffin launch itself. Something like that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's play the video.
Play the video.
I'm gonna get my beer. This is Brian Pulido, creator of Mike Morgue, and I'm presenting the all-new 48-page original graphic novel entitled Mike Morgue, Evilution. Narrowly escaping evisceration at the hands of the psychotic Rigsdale family, Mike Morgue finds himself desperate and on the run. His metalhead friends have become killer monsters. His crush is a soul-sucking ghost girl, and his only ally is a wisecracking rat named Ratso. If he has any chance at survival, Mike must harness the dark power of his kill fists and face the Rigsdales head on. But can Mike defeat a cadre of kill-crazy freaks and finally avenge his family? Or will he fall prey to a mad scientist's twisted, unholy plot? It's a tale of gore-splattering ultra horror. Please back our campaign now and tell everyone you know. Thank you so much, you psychopaths. Mike is live, man. We're out here. We're coming back to you. The campaign is launched, but Albert had a question.
I do have a question for you. So when you were actually coming up with Mike Morgue, where were you? Were you at your house? Were you seated someplace? What was the give me the scenario.
That is okay. Where was I when I created? Well, I know that Ratso was like ruminating in the mind. Gosh, I'm sorry for the boring answer, but I have my writer's desk in my office, and it happened there, or I'm somewhere in the house and the bits and pieces of the puzzle start coming together. Because it didn't really happen like that. Okay. What would happen is I had a certain amount of him done, but I didn't have things like the kill fists together. The origin wasn't, he actually started out with like the image of a guy, but it got painted. More things got painted on. Like first he was just a guy, didn't have kill fists. Then he had kill fists. Then he became a kid. Then he had Ratso. Ratso was over in my mind. It's like, let's put him over here. So it was like a building block series.
Nice.
Yeah. So it wasn't, in this case, it wasn't anyone like kaboom.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm going to grab my phone because I think some backer numbers are on there and I'm going to read them off.
We got 89 backers.
89 backers.
We love it.
Cheers, guys, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Already 89 backers. Backer number 1. Larry L. Yeah, we'll do. You get to do the other one.
Backer number 2, Carlos G.
Backer number 3, Dallas Lyons Jr.
Backer number 4, Alex H.
Backer number 5, Jorge M.
Backer number 6, the Magic 6, Jeff G.
Backer number 7, Robert T.
Backer number 8, Matthew S.
Backer number 9, Wesley S.
Backer 10, Karen G.
Backer number 11, Peter C. Thank you.
Number 12, John W.
Number 13, Lilith K. We know who that is. Lilith Khan.
Yeah. Backer number 14, Matthew C.
Matthew C. And here we keep going. Backer number 15, Kristen C.
Number 16, Perry C.
Number 17, Chad G. from Canada.
Chad G, nice. Number 18, Stephen E.
Number 19, Doug B.
Number 20, James C.
Number 21, Robert M.
Number 22, Rory C.
Number 23, Don R.
Number 24, Lance P.
And I like this one, number 25, Mike
Mike
M.
M. There you
Right
go.
on. So that's a good start. Thank you so much. Really appreciate everyone back in the campaign. We are off to the races. Let's see here. Larry Lisk. Yes. Number 1, glow, dark metallic. Hell yeah. Mr. A is number 2. Let's go. Mike McLean's thanking everybody. Thank you, Mike McLean. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So here we are launching. Now, here's the other crazy thing. This is the 6th coffin launch this year. Coffin Comics was crazy enough to leave the very successful crowdfunding platform and go to its own. And here we are, number 6. It's working out. We're very pleased with the progress. Yeah, it's wonderful and ridiculous. And it's really all because of each and every one of you out here. The Fiends, Sworn Nation, people just discovering, through the good work of Jordan Arbus, just discovering our stuff and our team. So we
The people
cannot.
that have been with us all these years.
Yeah,
All
that's
these
true.
years.
Yeah.
It's a hell of an army. My hat's off to you guys. So, yeah, I mean, you guys have been great and fantastic. Always supporting and always showing up. That's great.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's the lifeblood. It's the thing that allows us to live this crazy life. Albert, what would I if I wasn't doing comics? What would I be doing? I'd be something banal. I think I would be
Would you be back in the movies and the videos. And
I would like,
everything?
maybe I'd still be in film production. It's such, the actual making of a film is a young man's game. So it's backbreaking work. Who knows? Maybe if I wasn't doing this, well, I would try to be making it somehow. Yeah, telling movies, stories, screenplays. Stories generally is kind of like my sweet spot. But if I was disavowed from ever telling a story, my aptitude, believe it or not, is to be a litigator, to be a lawyer,
Really?
and to be a litigator.
Wow.
Lawyer Brian.
Wow. Really tearing
Nick's
this
back there.
apart.
Everybody's sort of like, what's that? Hang on. What's that face?
Nothing.
I practice with you.
Nick would practice as well.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know what I'd be doing. I
Yeah.
really don't.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of my tricks, dude, was always boxing myself in and not letting myself do other things,
Mhm.
or taking things away to box myself in. So I had it. I either made it. I just had to make it.
Yeah. There's no B plan.
I literally. I mean, we came to the edge a couple times. So yeah, for me, back in the formative times, I was like Mr. No Plan B. Plan Bs are bullshit.
There you go. Put that on a shirt, kids.
I even remember I graduated high school, I had good SATs and all that stuff. And the conventional wisdom is, apply to 30 colleges, right? Jordan Arbus. How many did you apply to?
I think I applied to like 20.
So you applied to 20.
Yeah.
I applied to 2.
That's funny because I actually had a box full, but I only really applied to 1. And that's what brought me over here.
There you go.
So, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I applied to 2. I got into both of them. There you have it. That was it. Just picked one. That was that. So let's see here. EPIG says these comics are less evil than lawyers. That's true. These are for entertainment only. That's true.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Backer number 17, Christine. Hell yeah. Peter just claimed the first glow in the dark medal.
Medal.
Larry, we've got them. Kill fists on orders. Hell
There you
yeah. And then we have number 13 up there. Fantastic. We are off to the races, everybody. I'm going to check to see if we have any. Oh my God. Okay. Let's do some more backers, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
And it
Okay.
was
You
Mike-
start.
Number 26, Emmanuel L.
Number 27, Ethan A.
Number 28, Timothy L.
Number 29, JS.
Number 30, Julio J.
Number 31, Stephen H.
Number 32, David H.
Number 33, Christopher S.
34, John F.
Number 35, Simon R.
36, Keith V.
Number 37, Wendy E.
Number 38, Robert B.
Number 39, Christopher B.
Nice. 40, James D.
41, Travis Shortbull, my main man.
Number 42, Ismael J.
And number 43 is Rich H.
Number 44, Lawrence B.
Hey, man, we are off to the races here at the Mike Morgue launch. Let's see here. Let's take stock. What time is it around now?
609.
It's 6:09. We're 10 minutes into the campaign. 89 backers. I'm sure that's going to be refreshed. We're going to check in to see if in conclusion, let's see here. No coincidence, the backer number, magic number is 666. That's right, Mike Madigan. That's right. And look, we all sell, it's all silly, it's all fun, it's not real.
Out of all these covers, I did notice, going back to the glowing skulls, am I the only one that's actually brought this up to bring out in covers and just do, or is it do you think it's ever going to appear in a book?
What's that?
The glowing skulls.
I think we got to make these glowing skulls appear in a book. So imagine, we're seeing the origin of Mike Morgue, the storyline. So we're only getting the very beginning of his ability to control his powers. So let's talk about this in comic book terms.
Yeah.
What must it have been like to be a Green Lantern for the first 3 months?
Yeah.
And then what's it like to be Green Lantern once you achieve mastery? So when he achieves mastery, could he form these things into weapons? I mean, this power, I don't know. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out.
That's a hell of a hell of an answer. That's a great,
Comics.
You really threw me for that one. That was good.
Sorry if that was any spittle.
No.
Yeah, so I think we are just seeing the beginning of Mike. We've had glimpses in alternate futures of Mike Morgue, where he was in this crazy cybernetic future, and there was like less than 100 people left on Earth, and he was driving the escape van he had was a Ford Econoline van with dragons on the side, and the nickname of his battle wagon was called Dragon Tooth. But I don't know if that's part of our timeline. That's just a different timeline.
There you go.
Let's see here. Sean says, genuinely excited for this. Looks like a fun one. That's right.
Yep.
Coffin Comics TV. Kaboom. Just got my Evilution splatter glow-in-the-dark medal. That's what it's all about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, again, Albert, I'm going on the record tonight, and I'm just letting you know that when you get this one in your hands, I believe many of you will shed a tear. So when you get it in your hands, when we deliver it, you'll probably know the moment we're talking about. There's a moment in every fun story, and they call it the whiff of death. And this is a time sometimes where the mentor character dies, or an important person dies, and then somewhere after the main character pulls themselves back up and decides on a plan to go after their adversary.
Yeah.
So, this story is no different. This is a buddy story, so I don't want to give it away, but I think that someone's going to shed a tear. I know I shed a tear writing it.
It's going to be Ratso. Ratso's going to cry.
Okay.
One tear.
Okay,
Like
that's
the
right.
Indian
Yeah,
At the end of the night.
that's right. He's going to have like a gang tear.
There you go.
And then the other guarantee is someone out there who's just backed this campaign. This will be your favorite comic book of all time. I absolutely guarantee it. I'm not saying the majority. I'm not saying everybody, but I am saying that someone out there, this comic book will be your favorite comic book you have ever read.
It's one you're going to hang on your wall.
That's right. You're going to mark this time. Let's see here. Kristen says, don't kill off Ratso. Ask me no questions, tell me no lies. Chad, not Ratso.
No.
Let's see here. Andre,
I just
that
said
would
he was
be.
going to cry. I just said he was going to cry. That was it. One tear.
Albert killed Ratso.
No. He's like the life. He's the bloodline of the comic. Look at that thing.
That's all you wrote,
He's just so cute.
It's true. I've told.
I gotta love him. I want to take him home.
I've said it before. I've said it on the timelines. People sometimes get upset when we really kill characters and they stay. But I say the story's got to count. The story. So I'm not predicting what's going to happen, but I do predict that many of you will shed a tear. And let's see here. Travis Shortbull. I love the Bros cover. Going to get that bad boy too.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Had a lot of fun doing it.
Travis Shortbull. That is my main man out there in Tucson. We rock the signs department at Tucson Comic-Con. Last year, I said that we were BAMFs, and it's true. And this year, I said that the science department dominated Tucson Comic-Con. That's what we did.
Yep.
Are you coming on Saturday, Travis?
So, a couple things to get. So, let's talk about a couple upcoming things while all of us are here. And then let's use it. Christine says, save Ratso. Mike McLean, Ratso or Riot. Ratso or Riot.
Yeah.
Look, you guys are writing the
Can't we do
story.
both?
You got to have to read it.
Ratso and Riot?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Rock and Riot, baby. Here we are, Thursday night. The campaign is launched. We have 30 days to go. It's very exciting. It's wonderful to have my dear old friend Albert here, 3 decades old. Dude, it is sometimes crazy. I slow it all down. I have 35 years in the game, and you're like, we got some decades in.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's been kind of crazy. I just noticed one of that came through. Ratso pins would look great on a vest.
I think that's true.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Then Travis agrees that the science department dominated. It's true. Couple things. It's Thursday night, Coffin Friday. But don't get it twisted. This Saturday at 11 a.m. here at the Coffin Compound at 40 West Brown Road, Suite 105, Mesa, Arizona, 85201, we have the Mike DiBalfo, Marissa Pope doubleheader artist event. So these are great local talents, magnificent, who've left their mark on Coffin Comics, and they have collabed on a cover.
Oh, really?
And they've each done their own cover, and the collab is rad.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. So come on out. We're also offering the books online tomorrow at 9 a.m. for club members, 10 a.m. for the general public at coffincomicsshop.com. You will love them.
Get on it. Be here on Saturday.
Get on it. Also, we have Sworn Fest coming up. Get your tickets. This thing is a life-changing event. We have... We've already announced Richard Ortiz, Diego Bernard, Don McTagg. The list goes on. EBAS, and I can't go further because we have to have more announcements in the next 90 days. So stop what you're doing. Plan now. It is a life-changing event. If there's anyone on the stream who's been here and knows that to be true, please tell people because it's true.
Bring the kiddies.
And bring the kids. As long as you know.
There you go. As long as you
Will
know.
they have prints for the event too? Chad, yes, we will. We're going to have prints. I mean, look, I think there's a distinct hometown advantage to coming to the Coffin Comics Company store because Brandy Sparkle said, Brian, go dig into the vault.
Dig into the vault.
And I have brought out stuff that, because, I'm looking at my own stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know I had this stuff. So I try to keep 2 of everything, but there's an occasion where I have a couple more.
Is there one particular thing that's hard to get rid of?
Oh, I mean, I'm not getting rid of it.
Everything.
I'm not. I ain't getting rid of it.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm a collector. I got it bad. I'm like, Albert said that. I'm like, so it just so happens there's certain things that I wound up having multiples of, like Late at the Odyssey triple signed with COA. I had like 6 of them. So 2 is reasonable. 6, maybe I don't need 6, but
right.
yeah, there's some.
Goodies.
Yeah, but I found some old stuff. Like I found this thing called Comic Career Newsletter.
Okay.
And that is where I placed an ad to find an artist for Evilution. So I placed it in 2 places, the Comic Buyer's Guide
Okay.
and then Comics Career Newsletter. And so that's kind of considered a grail item.
Yeah.
But again, I'm like rooting through my stuff and I just found like, that many of them. I don't need that many of them.
Yeah, for sure.
But
1 or 2 for sure.
yeah. So let's see here. Where does the backer number show? It will show up on your dealio. It gets propagated a little later. Let's see here. Economics and Comics. How you doing, my friend? How you been? Nice to see you.
What's going on, guys?
I think our backer number thing's got to get refreshed, but so be it. Albert Morales from the great county of Maricopa County. What is going on with you, and what are your socials that people want to connect with you on?
So I'm on Instagram for the most part, Angry Rooster Studios. That's a whole story behind that thing. Just to give you the cliff notes, I was really bored. I didn't want to pay for a haircut. I got a mohawk, and with this little bit of hair, I got a mohawk, and my wife came home and said, there was no product in the hair. She's like, you look like an angry rooster. I was like, that's it right there. So we took it and ran. It's been great. Currently, like I said, Angry Rooster Studios on Instagram is how you can best get a hold of me. What am I working on right now? I'm actually working on my creator-owned project.
Oh, cool.
Which is finally putting a lot of stuff aside to work on Annihilation Jones.
Annihilation Jones,
yeah,
everybody.
Yeah. It's been a very fun project. We were talking earlier off camera where I just really want to have fun with my friends again.
Yeah.
And go to these shows and really enjoy myself.
Yes.
Brian has been really great. He's been a great model to really look at and be like, that's how you do it. That's how you have fun. But that's mainly what I'm concentrating on right now. Besides promoting Mike Morgue, book 2, the
Bros Edition. That I must re-emphasize that Albert is going to tip in some cool
Some
remarks.
nice remarks.
We'll announce them from time to time. Maybe we'll even pick some people live during the event itself.
Yeah,
we
that'd be
know
great.
who the backers are and kind of put them in a cauldron literally and pick them out.
That'd be awesome. I think you guys would really enjoy that. If you do, let me know. Put it up there, and let's see what we can do.
Well, folks.
259 backers.
Oh, okay. There's the refresh.
It was up there. Maybe move it. There you go.
All right. So we're well on our way.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Let's check the comments one more time, finally, if we can. Back to those, if we can. Thank you. Let's hear. Mel says, yes, all your individual numbers. She answered you. And let's see, place as many orders as you like. We do encourage that. And then a little late to the party, but got the metal print. Thank you, Kenny. Maureen Murphy
Hey,
says
Maureen.
hello.
How's it going?
Hey, Maureen. Can I add a second item? Will it blend? You can add a second item, just add another print and we'll combine it later. It's all good. Folks, want to thank you so much for attending this spirited presentation.
Yeah.
Presenting our launch. We have people in the background doing things, making faces. I don't know. Anything you want to say? A lot of finger pointing. Let me just go over to Moonshine Mel, see if there's anything she wants to say in conclusion.
In conclusion, I love Mike Morgue, but I really love Ratso, and
Yes.
I know you will too. If you haven't given it a chance yet, you better get in there because it is awesome. It's so much fun.
Thank you so much. That's from Care Bear's biggest fan.
That's right.
So crazy story. James Groman, who did the super gross cover, is actually one of the designers on Care Bears too.
It blends with people.
Anything for you guys?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for backing this story. You guys are really gonna love it.
Do you think people will shed a tear?
Yes.
You heard it. Let's see here.
I love that last, excuse me. I love that last comment.
It says, Andre says, Ratso plush when? Okay. Well, we'll just take all this as advice. Anything else you want to say in conclusion to the people out there?
I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us at Coffin Comics for the launch of Kickstarter for Mike Moore Book 2. I hope you guys really enjoy it. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. Keep it going. Let's keep this going. And really, let's tear it up and really bring in the new year with just saying Coffin Comics is going to give you everything you want.
That's right. Coffin Comics. You heard it right from Albert. I couldn't say it better. So all I'm going to say is you guys have been great. We've been Coffin Comics. Holler at you later.